at Illinois Media School. So super excited to be here today. Now I'm going to leave it to my guest to introduce herself. Go for it.
I'm your girl, Nick Nack, also known as Nikki Nashay. And I'm popularly known for my skits and being an on air personality live streaming. But I'm here today to talk about content creation because I feel like you can take that in any lane,
Agree,
you know?
agree. I love so actually the way that we connected was through the school.
hmm
She came by, she stopped by and we started talking and you were a graduate of Illinois Media School. So tell us a little bit about your background and how you fell into the media world.
Well, first, I just want to shout out instructor Neil Fiorito.
Yes.
Neil Ferrito. That's my guy right there. That's my dude. He actually hit me up and was like, "Hey, how you been? What you been up to?
Feels awesome.
You should come by the school. There's a new person in charge of the career services." And he was like, "You should meet her. Her name is Jennifer. Hit her up." And so that's what actually led me here. And that was my first time seeing the campus. And that was such a great first impression and just experience
Yeah.
in whole.
Yeah.
And now here we are.
Here we are. Yeah. No, I loved your personality. I loved your vibe. And I was like, man, we got to bring her to the campus, have her talk to the students. Especially what I love is that you're a graduate of this school and you are doing things with. I tell students all the time, like, when you come on here, you should never be broke. You should always have an avenue. You should have multiple avenues of income because you have these skills, right? And when I heard that you're doing this and you have all these followers, I was like, dang, she needs to talk to the students. So yes,
Thank you.
Neil's awesome. We
Yeah.
love Neil. Shout out to Neil. So
But I
go
did hear
for it.
your question. My bad. I didn't mean
No,
to
no, you're good. You're good.
put it in reverse. So I got into all of this because of my son, who I had when I was about to walk the stage in high school. So it's funny because kids know so much. They're so smart. And especially these days with the technology. And because he's a gamer and he was on Twitch, he saw that I was struggling to get views on my YouTube. So he said, Mom, why don't you try live streaming?
Okay.
Okay. And I had just divorced his dad. And so I had this dating platform called POF. And I saw that there was a live streaming feature on there. So I tried it and
POF, what does that stand for?
Plenty of Fish.
Oh, I've heard of this one. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they have a live streaming. I didn't know this.
Yeah, like it turns out most dating apps have live streaming portions, sections in them. Yeah. So that way you can
Did you know
watch them and interact with them versus never meeting them and just talking through chat.
Oh, that's kind of interesting,
But then it
actually.
turns into people wanting attention versus really wanting relationships
Oh, okay, I can see that.
and exploring other avenues, which is what I did. Because when I was hosting my live streams, people came in and they were like, "Is this a talk show?" And I was like, "No, but that's a really good idea."
Okay.
So I took it and ran with it, started preparing my questions, started getting my ring light, setting everything up.
And this was before school,
This was during the pandemic,
during the
before
pandemic.
school.
Okay. So you already got involved in the live streaming.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way how you fell into that,
I know,
right?
right? And then when I was like, okay, so I'm doing all this by myself at home. Now I'm doing interviews virtually. And so I was like, let me really explore what media is all about, like what goes into it behind it, because I'm just doing this with my phone. Like if I really had the resources and the equipment
Sure.
and the connections, because that's really what you get when you come to IMS.
Yeah, the
You know?
great connections and people that are in the industry or even like students that start off but then will later be in the industry, right? So
Or even not so much about like where you are with it, but just meeting other people who have the hunger to do it. Because you can ask someone to do it, you can ask your cousin to do it, but then they'll show up and like half-ass it. Or sorry,
yes,
can I say that? My bad.
just no cursing. You're fine.
But and not really try that hard. But I feel like when people are really passionate about the project, then it comes
Yeah.
out so much better.
I like that. And that makes sense because all the students and graduates, they're all passionate about media, right? Like
Mhm.
me personally, I just love radio. I
Mhm,
love interviews. That
mhm.
I just love it. I don't care if I make a dime or don't make a dime. Like I'm just doing it because I love it.
Yeah.
So you understand
Yeah.
that, right? So you started getting into interviews through this dating app.
Mhm.
Was it successful to find dates? I'm
Well,
curious.
I wasn't really into dating men who just sit and watch me. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
That's a whole nother,
Okay.
you
Yeah,
know.
we
But yeah, it was really cool to see how they supported me because it wasn't a mandatory subscription. So my first year of streaming, I made 32,000 just from donations from people just coming in and saying, "Hey, I just want to support this so that you can cash out because we enjoy you showing up Monday through Friday doing these shows and you have these guests." And they were
wow.
really interactive. They would throw questions in the comments for me to ask the interview, and
In
mm,
this platform,
yeah,
POF.
hmm, yeah,
We gotta note this
yeah,
down. Okay,
yeah.
okay. So now, you fell in love with this, you started building your platform there, then you came to IMS, Illinois Media School?
Well, on my way, I fell into acting because I started interviewing producers, directors, applying for gigs on backstage.com.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very user friendly. Um, yeah.
I'm just like,
For
are you
people
guys
who
taking
want to get
notes?
into acting. Um, yeah. So yeah, that was relevant because I was interviewing them. That's how I got into acting. Yeah.
Ah, that's
So I'm like,
cool.
why did I even bring that up? But
Hey, no, 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 but that's your journey, right? It's interesting how people fall into this world,
mhm,
and what they do to navigate the system, right? And it's not always the same way.
mhm,
Not everyone gets in the same way. It's
yeah.
like, so your story is actually really intriguing, to be honest with you. I'm just like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Um, so you started doing more acting. So you enjoy acting, right?
I enjoy acting. It's fun to pretend to be somebody else and kind of get out of your world, especially because people never really know what kind of life you're living. They just know how you show up, you know. Um, but I really prefer being on the mic and being myself because I've learned to love who I am,
I
and that
like
wasn't
that.
always the case. You know what I'm saying? So it's fun to act like someone else, but to truly be myself and like people love it and want to tune in and engage.
Yeah,
You know.
that's fun. That is fun. Well, you do have a fun personality. That's what I picked up from you off the bat. I was like, "Oh, she's fun. Let me bring her on the show."
Thank you. So are you. You know the
Yeah.
vibes. Takes one to
Yeah,
know one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we kind of felt each other's vibe. So I
Yeah.
love that. So, you came to Illinois Media School. You said what year?
In 2022.
2022.
Mhm.
Nice. So now, before I keep asking questions, I have to ask this question. What's your favorite type of coffee? Do you drink coffee? This is a coffee chat show, right? So I do
Mhm.
like to ask this question to my guests. Any specific coffee you drink or tea, or what is your go-to drink?
I am a iced caramel latte kinda girl.
Ice caramel latte kind of girl. Okay. I love that. And that says a lot about your personality. I think I love that, right? Because sometimes we have people on here that like, I like black coffee, no cream, no sugar. Like, damn. Or it's like, I just like, no coffee. Some people just hate coffee, right? They're not into coffee for whatever reason, right? There's so many. I think coffee for me just balances me out, honestly, because I have ADHD. So if I don't have it, I'm wacky. I'm out of order. But okay, so Illinois Media School, you came here, graduated, and then is that when you started your platform or not yet?
Um,
On Instagram and all your skits.
oh, yeah, so when I started media school, I was just leaving Atlanta. I went there for 3 months. That didn't really work out. I hit the ground running with a lot of gigs, but it just wasn't for me. And so I said, let me go get some formal training. And then so when I went to the media school and learned about actual film,
Uh, mhm.
I was like, okay, let me just try it with my phone when I can't, check out the equipment or, I asked too late because, there's a deadline or whatever. And just started staying late, asking my classmates, hey, do you want to do this funny skit with me? You play this role. Um, and so it really happened right after school because I was making videos for IMS. Like if we had a event here, like we had a barbecue here, or we did a parade, or just recapping. So yeah, it started at IMS. I don't think I even would have thought about doing skits unless I went to IMS, because I was so focused on hosting and radio, and then it opened my mind like, hey, I can do visual, you know. So
Nice. I think and I'm sure when we come back and we talk to you, we'll learn more about your platform and what you do, because I think I'm actually inspired, and I love watching, like, especially women. Today's women's now. What is it? Today's the month of women, right? This is
International Women's Month.
so just the fact that you're here and sharing what you do, I think it's great. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick short break, but when we come right back, we're gonna get to know more Knick Knack and talk about her story. So stay tuned.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by USPS Ground Advantage. An Illinois Senate committee has approved a bill requiring schools to expel students for at least 1 year if they commit or attempt sexual assault at school or school events. The measure follows a Taylorville case and now moves to the Senate Education Committee. Illinois lawmakers are considering a bill requiring car dealers to provide vehicle history reports for used cars. The report would contain title issues, odometer readings, recalls, and accident history. Dealer groups say the reports can sometimes contain inaccuracies. The Illinois Supreme Court is reviewing a law that permanently bars people with nonviolent felony convictions from possessing firearms. Capital News Illinois reports attorneys for a Cook County man argue the ban conflicts with a 2022 U.S. Supreme Court ruling on gun regulations. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The greatest insult the Colonel ever suffered was being served a wrap that was just a snack by a friend. So he took 2 crispy tenders, lettuce, tomatoes, and pepper mayo, and wrapped them in a soft tortilla. It wasn't a snack, it was a meal. He called it a twister, and never called that friend again. The Colonel lived, so we could chicken. The Twister, now back at KFC, classic or with bacon. Also try it spicy. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation may vary.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Today, rain and patchy fog with a slight chance of thunderstorms before noon, transitioning to rain and snow. High near 38. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 27. Looking ahead to Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 46. Currently, it's 36 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? A look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
We're back with Miss Knickknack here, and super excited because we were just talking about her story and her journey and how she has gotten to where she's at. So, Knickknack or Nikki, can you share with us what have you done so far? Like, where are you at now on this content creation and on all this in this world of social media? What are you working on?
I'm working on promo videos for artists or companies that want to expose their products and get more sales and visits to their websites. I'm also doing reviews, getting products to talk about, and getting interviews.
Wow.
Looked in the DMs. Mm-hmm.
Getting interviews. So you're interviewing artists,
Mm-hmm.
bringing them on your show. How many followers do you have again?
On Instagram, I have 21.8 thousand.
Okay.
On Facebook, I have 36,000.
36,000. That's
on
awesome.
TikTok, I have a little over 1,000.
Okay. And how long did it take you to build this following?
Oh man, when I went to media school in 2022, I had like 3,500 followers. And in 2024, I had around like 11K. I don't know. I mean, my analytics are not the same. I mean, and I don't have any of those screenshots because I'm clearing out everything to record my interviews. But
Because it's funny. I saw some of your skits. Your skits are funny.
yeah, but they're not up anymore, actually.
You took them down?
Yeah, I took all my funny skits down. Yeah.
Really? What
Mhm.
made you want to do that?
I just feel like I created a lane of my own of being sexy funny, and it got a little too sexy. And it was not a good look for companies to want to attach their brand to my image.
I got you.
And so I was hitting 14 million views in 90 days, like going viral or whatever. But like at the end result, like did it, I was getting flagged on Facebook, for some of my posts. So I mean, I'm just, focusing on grabbing a new audience. I was catering to my audience, mostly men. Now the women are following me and they're loving the stuff I'm putting out there, engaging more. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's really, it's interesting now when I listen to like content creators, right? Because this whole new content creation thing just blew up not that long ago, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I remember when I worked for marketing agencies back in, because I have a marketing background, so I worked in outreach, I did marketing, I was a subcontractor for a lot of different marketing companies, big marketing companies too, to manage social media accounts and put content out there, right? And content creators was not a thing. We were not like, yeah, let's find the guy that has 100,000 followers and like get them to post our stuff. That didn't exist. We were kind of just posting content, engaging with viewers, looking at, the algorithms didn't really matter back then,
Yeah.
right? Now it's like, oh, the algorithms are big. So it feels like almost like even for me, now it's like keeping up. Like now, what are the new trends on social media that you need to keep up with? Because I'm telling you, when I started back in 2017, 2018, social media was nothing like what it is now.
Yeah.
Nothing, right? But branding has so much to do with it. And if you understand branding, which it sounds like that's where you're at, you're like rebranding yourself, right?
Yeah.
To a new audience.
Mhm.
How do you do that, right? Okay. How do you do that, right? So how do you feel now that you're where you're at now with the branding?
I just feel like if you know the audience that you want to attract, you have to know what they like. And so since I want more women to follow me, I need to talk more about things that women like
Yes.
skincare, makeup, hair, maybe, getting that bigger booty, working out in the gym or, but it has to cater to women. And so I'm finding the balance because I'm not really a big makeup girl. So I can't give that to them. So I need to figure out what can I offer that they like that I can do the best at and stay consistent at it. Cause that's really what it's about. You stay consistent, it's gonna blow eventually. Everybody doesn't stay consistent.
Yeah. I've talked to
So
a couple content creators. I've heard that some of them have to do 3 reels a day. I've heard some have to do 12.
I
What's your sweet spot?
I literally only post once a day,
Oh.
maybe 4 times a week, and I pay attention to when my viewers actually are online, and your analytics will let you know that.
Mm,
And like over posting doesn't really work, especially on every platform. Something like that works more on TikTok than it would on Instagram.
that's good. That's some good tips right there because I hear, right, I'm talking to so many different people in this content creation world,
Yeah.
and that's what I hear. I'm like, "Oh,
I mean, but what do I know? I'm just saying
no, you know.
yeah.
No, 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 no. You
Yeah.
know. I mean, you got 21, 30,000. So, right, you have more, and there's companies that are just trying to figure it out.
Mhm.
And how do we even get this? How do I get this many? Like, and I've been a little lazy. Like, usually when I do my videos on restaurants or do my videos at locations, I could get quick 20, 30 followers and
Mhm.
with that one video, right?
Mhm.
Maybe more. Lately, I was like, I need to start making these videos because I haven't been
It's
increasing
a
my
work.
following, right?
Yeah.
But once you know what it takes, it's just a matter of consistency,
Yeah.
right? That's what it sounds like.
Mhm.
How was your feedback on that?
The feedback on
The
consistency.
consistency.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of my followers always reach out to me and they're like, "Man, like you work so hard. You're one of like the hardest working people that I know. Like you're so consistent." And so now like they're really getting on me because they're like, "Okay, so where you at? Can't be posting
They're
like that no more. What's going
Yeah.
on?"
And you know what's funny? People will notice that. People
Yeah.
will notice that. So I don't have like huge following like you, but I have a solid following,
Mhm.
right? And when I don't post or I get quiet or like something's happening, then people will reach out to me like, "Where you at?
Mhm.
What you doing? Why aren't you posting?
Yeah.
Are you okay?" It's
Mhm.
like, bro, like, can I take a break? Like,
Mhm.
do I have to constantly be posting? But they're looking for you, you
Mhm.
know? I had one woman, I've said this on the show before. She knows my entire life. She knew before when I got divorced and now. And she was like, I've been following you for like 8 years. And I was like, wow, I've had women, especially because I've built community, tell me, Jennifer, I stalked you for months before I actually showed up to one of your events. I was like,
Mm.
wow, so I'm like, this really is interesting. You never know who's watching your
And
content.
that's why I didn't rush to date men who sat there and watched me.
Mm,
Different dynamic.
yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, that makes total sense. I
Yeah.
could see that. I wouldn't want that either.
Yeah.
You gave me some ideas. I was like, nah, maybe not. Not a great idea. But it's good to know. I didn't even know this about I mean, personally, I hate dating apps. I think they're terrible, but that's just me. I don't have the attention span or desire to like talk about your favorite color. I just don't. I don't care. So
I'm just trying to figure out why more people are not setting others up.
oh,
How
okay.
come you're not telling me about your homeboy?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to go.
Well, yeah, right. That's how it was back then. Like now, yeah, that's a good point. And now that I'm in my late 30s, right? Like
Like,
it was easy to date back then. It was just like I like you, you like me. Well, there we go. Like let's just whatever. Now it's like. Then I talked to my daughter, and she's like, "No, there's this level and that level, and then this level, and then you got to get to that level." I'm like, "What the hell? Why is this so difficult? Like,
yeah.
why do you guys make this so complicated?" Right? But I guess it's social media also that probably is
Yeah, but back
hated
to
it.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Have you ever tried a dating app?
I haven't. I hate it, and then I get off of it. I do one day, I'm like, I'm done. Bye, and I'll text them like, have a great life.
I'm not gonna lie. One time I downloaded Tinder, flew to Arizona, and went on 3 different dates with 3 different guys
Oh wow.
that I swiped on while I was out there.
Hey, my
Went
my
hiking, went out to eat.
living your best life.
Yeah.
That's
That
great.
could have been dangerous.
That could have been
Yeah.
dangerous. I wasn't gonna say that. That could have, but like I'm big on like give people my location. Like, hey, like,
Yeah.
and when I do real estate, also, I'm like, hey, I'm not going to this abandoned house. If I don't come back out, you know where I'm at. Here's the address, right? Like, and you just got to always share your location, especially for women. But my best friend found her husband on Tinder.
Really?
Yeah, so I mean, it works, I guess. I've heard people that they've had real success on Tinder. So I just can't do it, you
People
know?
have real success when they are intentional.
I could see that.
Period. Dating app, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, for real. It's not the apps. It's these men. They need to get it together. I'm just kidding.
Like, these
Show
guys
intention.
are like, they just, well, one's married, he's married, he's not, right?
Nice,
So
nice.
good for you guys. So now with what you're doing now, what are your goals? Like, what are you trying to work on, as far as your content creation, what's coming for Knick-Knack?
So right now, I am working the music avenue, interviewing artists, doing music reviews, maybe doing some comedy skit play on their music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I got to find a balance. So it has to feel comfortable to me in order for me to like produce the best work.
Do you like you're interested in music? Is that one of your like you like?
I like music, but I'm not the type of person to like wake up to music, shower with music, brush my teeth with music, drive with music, go to sleep to music. Like
Oh
some
yeah,
some people like really like music. I'm not one of those people.
yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
But like music is good though. It's like it makes you feel what you want to feel. You know, you can turn on whatever mood you want to be in. Um, or get you out of that mood, you know. So I do enjoy music. It's new to me. I want to explore different avenues. The numbers and the love that I get don't reflect where I'm at. So I obviously need a change. So yeah, and then I'm studying for my LSAT to go to law school.
That's so cool.
I'm gonna make content about my journey with that. Maybe find a different audience in that, but like the old freaky man gotta go.
Yeah. So what? So what made you want to go into law school? So now I'm curious. Why law?
Because you know what? Like it's funny when people say, you argue so much, you should have went to law school or you be a good lawyer, but not me. I'm not an argumentative type. I'm just very opinionated. I have colorful language and I can be persuasive, you
Which
know?
that's really what a lawyer does. They're
Yeah.
persuasive. It can convince you, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little manipulative,
Like
right?
the way that you word things is everything. And that's I mean, so I'm like, if I can host and if I can talk my way through things and I literally have the skills to be successful in that.
Yeah, that really comes from like a survival instinct because growing up, that's how you learned how to deal with people, right?
Hmm.
So I understand that 100%, right?
Hmm.
And manipulation is not a bad thing. Like I think when you think of manipulation, like in a relationship, of course that's bad, right? But we manipulate people all the time. In branding, you're manipulating people all the time. When you're putting stuff on marketing, you're manipulating people all the time. If you think about it, right? How do I get you to like me? Even dating, right? Like I am always gonna be the best dressed. I'm gonna dress a certain way, look a certain way, do my hair a certain way, put a certain scent. I'm manipulating you to like me right now. But people always have the word manipulation. They're like, oh my God, it's terrible, right? How do you sell a product? How do you sell your show? How do you get people like you have to be a little bit manipulative, right? So I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate right now, right? If we think about
See where
the
you're going with
word,
this.
right? And you think about like even just as a persona when you're walking through life in at least for me, I know growing up, it was like I grew up in Chicago, right? I was the kid that was able to maneuver through different groups. How did I get this group to like me? Or how can I get that group to like me, right? I had to behave a certain way to get people to like that, right? So we all do it. No one will recognize it, but we all do it.
Hmm.
So just something to think about.
You ain't wrong.
So like how do we get people to watch the show or convince them to hire me, all right? It's all part of manipulation.
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
So how does it feel being interviewed and not to interviewer?
Oh, it feels comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've been interviewed a couple times or whatever. I mean, I feel like if you have good questions, then like it's so much more fun than you do.
Yeah.
And you're a really good host. So it makes it better,
Yeah.
because I've been interviewed by people who like, and that's okay. Everybody has to start somewhere. So,
Yeah.
but
I just enjoy having conversation,
yeah.
but I've interviewed people who are interviewers and they'll try to overpower the show and you're really just chilling and
Yeah.
having a good time with me.
Yeah.
But I notice like sometimes I'm like, whose talk show is this?
Facts. Let them know.
You know, are you you're like calm down? Like this is me, not you. No, but I really love learning about your journey. So how does your son feel now? Right? Like, because he was the one that encouraged you to do this.
I
Now,
mean, yeah,
how old is
right.
he?
Which is so ironic. He's 15. He doesn't like the fact that like his principals and like everyone has like seen like my videos are everywhere.
Oh,
So like
oh,
even
and he's 15. It's
yeah,
that age. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So and just in general, and not to, I'm very humble, but like he got a young, cute mom. So like just in general, he's like, ugh, about me around his friends, but like, like everybody seeing my videos. I don't know. I don't think he is happy that he suggested that I get into live streaming and media, not gonna lie. But he's going through puberty, he has hormones, he's going through his own stuff, finding out who he is, girls. So he'll be
No.
all right.
Yeah, and I think that's the age too, the young the generation even younger. It's a whole nother like I'm a unk, right? My 11-year-old is like, "You're an unk, mom." Like, what is an unk?
No,
Right? Like I'm sitting here like, why?
it's
Go ahead.
auntie. Like unk is crazy.
I'm
Like
what? Yeah,
I
right.
mean, I'm auntie. I just turned 34, so
Yeah, you're young. You're
yeah.
young. But it's like I don't feel old, right? I don't I think I like to act young or think I'm young, right? But the younger generation has all these words and I'm sitting here and then she's like, well, my oldest like, I don't want my friends to see you, mom. Like, they're like, I don't want to share. I don't want I'm like, don't worry about it. You don't gotta put my stuff out there. Like, it's fine, right? I don't want people to know your personality. Like, why? Why do you have a
Kids,
problem
man.
people knowing who I am? Like,
Yeah.
if I'm comfortable with people knowing who I am, why are you
Mhm.
not comfortable? Like,
Mhm.
I could care less.
Too funny.
But that's awesome. So you're doing the music, the reviews, and you're also doing what you're going to law school, right? Because you want to do that. How are you going to position? Are you going to create a whole nother channel for the law stuff or the law content, or how are you going to do that? Are you going to keep it on the same Knick-Knack show platform?
Well, I'm planning on attending some music festivals this year, just capturing the events and just collabing more with companies, and just having like that passive income and just getting my reps in because I don't know where it'll take me and studying AI too because editing and media and marketing is moving really fast with all this technology. So I just want to keep
Very
up
fast.
and
Yeah.
stay with like what's actually happening. So
Yeah, we're actually gonna start including an AI program in the school as well. Like
really,
that's a new thing that they're gonna incorporate. Yeah,
ooh.
we have to keep up with media.
Do you think that they'll ever start like a content creation program?
So DMP is kind of supposed to play that role, but it's more like social media on the social media side, like
Okay.
just posting and they're supposed to book more content creation. So depends on the instructor, right? So
Uh-huh.
whatever they come experience in their background is what they're going to teach.
Mm,
So I mean, maybe we'll have a more content creator instructor that's
mm,
going to talk about it, right? Um, at least we try to always create content. I know the students are always trying to create
mhm,
content. So that's why I'm
mhm.
excited that you're here because I know they get to listen to like, well, how do you make it? How do you start it? What inspired you, right? Um, I'm kind of sad that you took all your videos
I
down.
mean, they're archived, but yeah, I actually met somebody who is very well vetted in the industry, and basically he pitches people, and puts the package together. He manages artists, gets them signed, etc. So he kind of has been mentoring me on, what it should look like when he presents me to WGCI or whatever,
Like he's gonna be like your PR person.
Yeah, because you can't be like, hey, this is my friend and I know she's dope, so I'm vouching for her, throw her in.
No,
Like I
yeah,
gotta, actually really demonstrate
yeah.
and be that track minded.
Yeah.
So
Like they have the speaking kits and the media kits, and I mean, people don't realize, but there's a whole way to pitch yourself to
yeah.
radio and TV. So understandable. So so you're working with somebody, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
Mhm.
So how's that going for you now? I mean, you're kind of in the big leagues, right? So like, how's that going for you?
It is uncomfortable, but that's where growth happens.
That's good.
Yeah, because it's new. I've been doing everything on my own, but obviously I need help, and like team is good.
Okay.
So
How have you gotten yourself over all these jitters? Like, right? Because there's always that you have what do they call them? Gremlins, or just that internal voice that always tries to stop you. Like, how have you always pushed yourself to go forward and go overcome the fears?
can I tell you something?
Please.
When I'm creating or doing art or on stage or like performing or whatever, that is when I've met the least resistance in my life.
Okay.
Like my personality is not something that everyone wants to wake up to. Everyone's not always in the mood for it. So I feel like I thrive in a performative space because like people are like, "Oh my gosh, you're so extra." And I'm like, "No, this is who I am." Kind of thing. So it works well for this, but not always day-to-day interactions. So that's what keeps me going. Cause when I'm in, serving tables or whatever, the girls are kind of mean. They don't understand me. They think I'm trying to have main character energy. I'm like, no, I was just born. I was just born for this. Like I'm just naturally hyper. I'm charismatic. I just, I thrive when I can, you know, when I don't have to dim myself
So
to fit into a space.
you're an extrovert? Would you consider yourself an extrovert?
I would say I'm introverted because I definitely recharge when I'm alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get energy when you're public speaking or in front of people? You don't get any energy. You get depleted?
It depletes me.
Oh, so you are an introvert.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because that's usually for me, it's like I get energized around people. Like, if I'm doing public speaking will suck the life out of me because people pull on your energy when you're on stage, right? But like if I'm around networking groups, around a lot of people, usually afterwards I'm like pumped, right? Like, okay, now I got like my creative juices flowing. Let me go do something. There's people that are around people and like, oh, retreat.
That's true, but I think it's also because the fact that I'm a really big empath.
An empath.
You know what I mean? And like for like you know what that means.
I know exactly what
But for the people who are watching who don't know what that means, it means like you can get stung by a bee and I can feel the sting that's in you. And so when I'm in a room and I feel all that, I'd be like, oh, this is depleting me, but I know the show must go on.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that I I didn't start studying the empath until like maybe about 4 or 5 years ago.
Mhm.
I think I might have some empathic tendencies, but not as strong as other people. Because there are some people that like, I could feel your pain right now. It's like, why? Yeah. But I've also read that the reason why sometimes people are a little overweight or have extra weight on them is because it protects them from other people's energy because they're empathic. So when yeah, I've read that before. So when they have like a little bit more on them, they don't realize it's actually like a barrier or protects them, right? That's what I've read. I'm not I mean, I can do talk therapy, but like because of the counseling side. But yeah, that's what I've read before when it comes to empaths. But I know a lot of people that are like, I can feel everything, and I'm like, damn, I would not want that at all.
Yeah, it's a good ability to be able to feel it but not soak it up.
Correct. And know how to protect yourself when to turn it on, turn it. There's people that can't. So yeah, so empath. You guys research it, Google it. There's people with that ability. And I'm so thankful I don't have that. Like sometimes I'm so like oblivious. I'm like, wait, what happened? Right? Like there's a whole thing happening over there and I'm in my own world. I'm in La La Land, right? Like I'm not even paying attention. Like I'm like, you might have to tell me something 2 to 3 times before I pick it up. Because sometimes if my mind is running, I'm not listening to you. And my kids know. My kids know already. They're like, Mom, did you hear me? I'm like, did I look at you in the face? The only way you know I listened is if I'm actually staring at you. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Give us a short break.
Now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his CDL, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended the case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety tests as well as the breathalyzer test. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcript from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 10 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by KFC. The Illinois Supreme Court is reviewing a law that permanently bars people with nonviolent felony convictions from possessing firearms. Capital News Illinois reports attorneys for a Cook County man argue the ban conflicts with a 2022 U.S. Supreme Court ruling on gun regulations. An Illinois Senate committee has approved a bill requiring schools to expel students for at least 1 year if they commit or attempt sexual assault at school or school events. The measure follows a Taylorville case and now moves to the Senate Education Committee. Illinois lawmakers are considering a bill requiring car dealers to provide vehicle history reports for used cars. The report would contain title issues, odometer readings, recalls, and accident history. Dealer groups say the reports can sometimes contain inaccuracies. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today. These are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin.
This is Linda Rock sharing stories that were in the Elgin Courier News on March 11th, 1926. Women no longer have a pardonable excuse for not being familiar with politics. There was a time, and perhaps not so very long ago, when the woman politician was scorned. She was looked upon as a person who neglected her home and her family to enter the fields that should be occupied rightly only by man. But now the woman who fails to make the appointment and election of good men to office her particular business is almost scorned by her friends who feel that responsibility. This seems like a long, drawn-out introduction to the citizenship school conducted by the Searchers Club at the YWCA yesterday. However, it is merely a pre-word concerning the type of women who attend the political gatherings in Elgin. The one-day school of instruction was a great success and brought women together from all parts of life and from various clubs of this city. Women learned yesterday that they really need intelligent training citizenship. Elgin was assured of even more efficient mail delivery and dispatch service today in the announcement of the Post Office Department at Washington, D.C., that beginning April 1st, 1926, 4 new full-time carriers and 1 half-time man will be added to the local force. The department authorized that additional help be engaged following a recommendation by Postmaster Benjamin W. Lindborg.
Elgin 100 years ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays, 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.com.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Today, rain and patchy fog with a slight chance of thunderstorms before noon, transitioning to rain and snow. High near 38. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 27. Looking ahead to Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 46. Currently, it's 36 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Talking with Miss Knick-Knack here, and it's been fun. I've been enjoying this conversation so much over coffee. I mean, I just like coffee, but you're fun too, right?
And thank you for putting me onto the chai latte.
Yeah, I got you on the chai latte. I just learned about that myself. So now content creation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go into that topic because, that's what you really love to do. Like, you could have done anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like, no, I want to stick to content creation.
Yeah, because I just feel like with like you can host, you can act, you can skydive, whatever. But if you create the content surrounding whatever you do, you can't lose because somebody out there is gonna like it.
That's true.
And you're gonna find your following, and you just have to stay consistent with whatever it is because everybody has their own thing anyway.
Yeah, you know what? That makes a lot of sense because if you have a lifestyle anyways,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the lifestyle you live anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, I like to say I love to eat good.
Mm-hmm.
I love restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a foodie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and I love experiences. So content creation works well with that lifestyle, right? So I can see that. There's people that probably like, I love this product. So I'm only going to talk about, let's say anime. Someone's super into anime.
Mm-hmm.
They're only going to talk about anime and create content around that. Is that kind of how you feel about it?
I mean, no, they may venture off, probably wouldn't be smart, but I mean, it just depends on what your goal is.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't want 1 million views on their videos when they're posting anyway. They probably just want the engagement. Like, hey, we both like the same thing. And
yeah.
So
which one do you like better? The views, the engagement, or the following? What is it? What is it for you?
The money.
You like the money?
Yes, that's what I like.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, and I just turned 34. Like, man, if it don't make money, it don't make sense right now. So like, that's why I wanted to rebrand too, because I was making nice money from Meta posting my videos, but then I started getting flagged and they took my demonetization away, and then, et cetera. So it's like, I got to get consistent in another way and then keep building those checks and not getting knocked and then going without or having less and all those good things.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So the money is what motivates you. So
because I love it, but like, yeah, Yeah. I didn't want it to sound like that, but
I love money too. Trust me. Don't worry about it. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. No, sorry. I don't love money. I love what money can do for you. It's a tool, right? But I think there's no issue with someone's goal having a nicer lifestyle or pursuing monetizing. Like I've had students come in here, true story. They come and complain to me about, oh my god, this is going to happen, I'm not making money, or whatever life situation. I'm like, I literally told one of my students, I say, stop it. Like I got tough, like I'm like that tough mom. So I'm like, go outside, take a camera, want you to walk into some businesses and offer them to make a video and say, I'll charge you 50, $100 to make you a video to post on your social media. And he did it. And he came back and he said he made some money. I said, good, go do it again. Like the moment you have this skill, there's nothing wrong with making money,
Mhm.
right? Like we're all, and I think that's kind of the pursuit of happiness. What does that mean for us, right? And if it's through content creation, then so be it, you
Yeah.
know?
And I just feel like, why not make money doing what you love? Like, why not if you can?
I love, and for me, I think it's like they say, do what you love, and the money will follow.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So
That
if
part.
you're loving putting out content, like you love doing media and interviews, and then the money will follow. The money's going to come no matter what.
Right.
So that's my philosophy actually. So when you see me doing this radio stuff, it's because I love it. I enjoy it. I enjoy public speaking. I enjoy it. So I think for us that are in media, it's like just figuring out what is that we love, and then the money will come.
Yeah. That part.
Right. So yeah, don't feel
So that's the part that motivates me, making the money from it, but I already love it, That motivates me.
That's good.
Hit those numbers, hit those metrics.
That's good. So I know for me, prior to the realization of like these content creators and the money that they make and stuff like that, I always had like just a solid following, right? I've always had like solid people that follow me. So I knew like, damn, I need to make a quick $1,000. What can I put out there and sell real quick so I can get $1,000?
Mhm.
So then I'll be like, let me create a quick, I like creating courses. I like creating programs. I like creating like selling like some sort of product, right? So like I have a coaching program and I have like a mastermind and I like to sell memberships. So then I'm like, okay, let me put something out there. So I think one time I was like, I'm going to make a monthly time management challenge, charge people $140, had 10 people sign up. Boom, that was quick, right? And all I had to give was 1 hour of my day 4 times a week, right? Like literally, I was like, so I would get it. And so that's how my brain works when it comes to social media. It's not really the numbers per se of like 100 or whatever. It's like, what can I create to put out there to make revenue? So if I know I have a solid following, I'll sell something real quick.
Yeah.
I'll sell an event. I'll sell something. I don't know what. I haven't done it as much lately now, but that's typically what I used to do.
Mhm.
So
Love that.
just something to think about, right?
Yeah.
So it's not always the thousands, right? Or the huge followings, is it's a solid following that at least, you put something out there, you'll get 10 people to sign up. I know if I put an event together and if I get 40 to 50 people show up, that's a success for me.
Yeah. Mhm.
If I be like, hey guys, let's go run, and then 10 people show up, I'm like, great. Social media is doing its course, right?
Yeah.
Like that's how you have influence and you have power.
Yeah.
So the fact that I mean, for you put out a content and people enjoy it and consume it because it's entertainment, right? Now, what else can you do with it? How
Yeah.
else can you maximize
Because
it?
now, I'm a little overwhelmed with all the interviews that I have lined up with just my iPhone. Now, I'm really not into the whole camera look. So, yeah.
You'd be surprised what phones are amazing tools.
Yeah.
Like people can do so much with just a phone.
Yeah.
Like I tell students all the time, and we've had arguments with students here, talking
Not
about
argument.
debates. We've had debates because, companies, when they hire you, they want to see all of this, right? They want to see the nice cameras, the mics, the cords. Like they want to see, they're like, is this worth $10,000, right? Let's say you get a contract for this many videos for 10 grand. Like, do you show up as this is worth $10,000? But really, sometimes phones can
Literally
do
so much better.
so much better,
Yeah.
if not more.
Exactly.
But the perception is that's not worth $10,000.
And then on top of that, I mean, you got to think about the legwork too, because you show up with this at the mall, they're gonna be like, where's your permit? Did you get permission? I go in there with my phone. They're not gonna say nothing.
That's so true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really,
Yeah, there is that fine line. Yeah. So it's all about that perception. But I think people can do great things with cameras. You don't need it sometimes. But then when you like again, you come in with those big bulky cameras, the lights, it looks more official.
but you know what? You just triggered a thought because I've been saying for a while, but I haven't said it in a minute, that I'm gonna do a content creation master course.
Mm.
So that, you know,
That's great.
yeah.
And that would
Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. However, that's one of the things that I love is I always tell people when they come to me and naturally they're like, I'm struggling with money. Well, how do we increase it? Most people don't know how to make more money. They only know how to take away. So, like, let's say you're struggling financially, and here's my financial literacy hack coming in, right? So, let's say people are struggling financially. You're going to cut the Netflix, you're going to cut all these bills to the bare minimum. Like, most people can do that. And let me get on a budget and get rid of as much as I can. Well, not a lot of people can say, how can I add another grand every month?
Instead of cutting.
It's hard. So I've always trained myself like, I want that. How much money do I need to make to get that? So like if I want that car and I need to pay that car note, what do I need to sell to make that car note? And that's always been, and that's something that like, it's called the Yes Energy from Laurel Landmeyer. I've read her books. I'm in her coaching program, and she's always taught, how do you make more money to live that lifestyle? So sometimes I don't say I can't, I will refuse to say I can't afford it. I'd be like, no, how am I gonna make that money? And that's why when I challenge students, like especially when I was an instructor, like go out there and make some money. Like I don't want to hear it. You know, like they'll be like coming to me. I'm like, nope, go. And then they come back like, oh, I made $300. Great, let's double that. Right? My daughter, she's a lash tech. And she's like, oh, I charge like $70, $80 per lashes. Great. How much can you make per week? How can you make 500 a month or 800 a month? How can you make 1,000 a month? How many clients do you need per week? She'll be like, I need about this many. Okay, go do it. Right? So it's like that type of person is like, but it's hard. It's not easy. That mentality is not easy. But you're not in your head. So I feel like you're gonna go create.
You're making sense.
Yeah, you're gonna make a course now, and you're gonna be like content creation course. You're gonna package it up. You're gonna put it out there, and your 20, 30,000 followers will be like, oh, I want to buy that. Think about that.
Oh yeah. I get what you mean. I was like, I'm not putting it out there. They got to pay to watch it.
No, but you get what I'm saying. So like, if you have this, if you have this many followers, how can you get them to purchase that? But enough about that. Now I got into coaching mode. I'm sorry. So let's talk. Where can someone find you, follow you, learn more about you?
You can follow me at Knickknack Show on every platform. That's NICNAC Show. And just hit the DMs if you want to book with me, promo, interview, all that good stuff.
So if people want to come on your show and be interviewed, they can do that. Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah. If you're a music artist.
If you're a music artist, you speak specifically music artists. And if companies, if they want to work with you?
Yeah. Invite me to capture your event.
Okay.
And give a review.
Nice. So you'll go to events. So again, it's Knickknack Show on all platforms. YouTube too?
YouTube is in the link to my bio. Just go to Knickknack Show first, and then you'll find everything else you need from there.
Nice. Oh, well, I love that. I love that you're doing this. I love that you're here with us. I love that you're going to be speaking to the students. So I think it's going to be so beneficial for students to see a graduate talk about their journey and their experience and how they've built their following. Because everyone wants to build a following. Everyone wants the numbers, right? So like I'm super excited for that. So everybody that's watching, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here on the show with us. I truly appreciate it. But you guys make sure to keep following us, Wise Coffee Chat Show on YouTube, Facebook, WRMN 1410. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week. God bless.